Chapter 2, Airman Heritage. 2.1, Introduction. The Statue of Liberty stands atop Fort Wood on Liberty Island in New York Harbor. In June 1907, this piece of land was still called Bedloe's Island, and Fort Wood was an active military installation. Corporal Edward Ward, a former railroad signalman assigned to the U.S. Army Signal Corps post on the island, was told by his commanding officer that he and Private Joseph E. Barrett were going to learn how to repair and inflate balloons. 8.3. Before 1942, the Army's Air Wing had barred blacks from service and only began accepting black officers and enlisted men when forced by Congress in the wartime emergency. Blacks during World War II were admitted to the Army Air Forces on a strictly segregated basis. Training and service for black enlisted members and officers were mostly confined to a single, separate base at Tuskegee, Alabama. All black combat fighter units formed the famous Tuskegee Airmen with enlisted black mechanics.
Chapter 4, Air Force Doctrine, Air and Space Expeditionary Force, AEF, and Joint Force. Section 4A, Overview. 4.1, Introduction. 4.1.1, America's Air Force faces significant challenges. We have been engaged in combat for 18 years while transforming into a smaller, leaner, and more capable force. Fiscal constraints combined with operational challenges in a dynamic international security environment translate into risks we continue to manage and mitigate. 4.2.10 Doctrine is about synergy, not segregation. True integration of effort cannot be achieved by merely carving up the operational environment. While segregation may have some benefit, it may impair the simplest way from a command and control viewpoint to manage elements of a diverse joint force. It may actually suboptimize the overall effort. It guarantees that the whole will never be greater than the sum of its parts. For example, airmen should have access to the entire theater of operations to maximize their ability to achieve the Joint Force Commanders, JFC. Chapter 8, Military Customs, Courtesies, and Protocol for Special Events. Section 8A, Overview. 8.1, Introduction. Military customs and courtesies are proven traditions that explain what should and should not be done in many situations. They are acts of respect and courtesy when dealing with other people and have evolved as a result of the need for order, mutual respect, and a sense of fraternity among military personnel. Military customs and courtesies go beyond basic politeness. They play an extremely important role in building morale, esprit de corps, discipline, and mission effectiveness. Chapter 10, Leadership. Section 10A, Overview. 10.1, Introduction. Webster defines the word lead as to act as a guide or to guide, and leader as a person who leads, directs, commands, or guides a group or activity. Both definitions are stated simply, but the underlying implications of leadership are many and deep. There is a significant difference between commanding and leading. Given the authority, anyone can command. Leading, on the other hand,